Good morning, folks. This is your friendly neighborhood liberal expert. So, I gotta make this a quick one. I'm on my way into work. Yesterday, I had made a video on my way home from work, ranting and raving about the Ronny Jackson situation. Okay, so evidently he overprescribed medicines, was drinking too much on the job, he had a hostile work environment, yada, yada, yada. So check this out. In the shower today, it occurs to me, let me back up just a touch. Yesterday, I didn't have a good feeling about the video that I had made, ranting and raving about the liberals and all that stuff, indefinitely delaying this nomination. So, anyways, I sat on it, and it wasn't sitting well with me. I'm like, there's something else going on here. There's gotta be something else. And as you know, making a video, you can't unring a bell, but you can surely delete a video. And so I sat on that video, and it just wasn't sitting well with me. And then this morning, as I'm in the shower, it occurred to me, hit me. It's like, wait a minute. Now I know Trump. I've gotten to know him pretty well from books on him, his own book, all this other stuff. And I mean, I've pretty much followed him for the most part my entire life. I remember hearing about him when I was a kid. So anyhow, it occurred to me, Trump has this uncanny ability to allow people to throw themselves under the bus. Ba-bump, ba-bump. So, that being said, take that into account in this situation. What has he done? What did he say? He basically gave Ronny Jackson an out. But his comments were something along the lines of, not being in that position where he's going to be criticized from the media and all this other stuff. Ronny Jackson was not Trump's man. He wasn't his number one guy to get in there. Nope. My thought process in this has completely flipped. It's not that he's using necessarily Ronny Jackson. He likes the guy. Trump is just making a point, and he does this quite well. He allows others to make the point for him. Ronny Jackson situation. So he was originally an Obama appointee, and Ronny Jackson and Obama bumping elbows and stuff. So, and the mainstream media was all down with it back then. Now they're not. So why all of a sudden they're not? Well, because Trump's in office, and they don't like anybody. The mainstream media, the left, they don't like anybody that Trump wants to put into his administration. So what do we got? Well, we have the unveiling of all this information, all these things that have happened, all these allegations. But they had to have happened under Obama's watch. They did happen under Obama's watch. So there's a magnifying glass. Everything's magnified of what Obama, during Obama's administration. So it's basically putting them on blast, saying, hey, you guys are being hypocrites here. As I stated, Trump has this uncanny ability to allow people to throw themselves under the bus, to expose themselves. Trump knows how to use the media. He uses it well. He's known the media for years and years and years. He's used it to his advantage. Even bad press is better than no press. There you have it. Which also it also brings up this point. So really, we are only as good as our leadership, the head of our leadership. We're only as good as our weakest link type thing. sometimes it's the leader that's the weakest link. And as history would show, and as history would have it, look at the Clinton administration and what he was doing. He was doing all this corrupt crap, all the stuff going on. That was during the Enron, the dot-com boom, and you had we also had Tyco Corporation and a bunch of others, where the CEOs were living in luxury, which I have nothing against, but they obtained it in nefarious ways and very deceptive, corrupt ways. So I can't help but to go back further, where the Democrats coined this phrase, trickle down economics, when Reagan was in. Well, there's some truth to it. That was coined by the wonderfully intelligent and intellectual yet idiots, I think, as the term goes, useful idiots, however you want to look at it. They coined this phrase as a derogatory thing against Reagan, to say that his economic policies sucked. Well, I had a shop teacher. His name was Mr. Sylvia, back in high school, taught building trades. He had these golden rules for life, and one of them was shit always rolls downhill. And see, that's true on both sides of the spectrum. When shit reaches its destination, it either makes the grass green, and this, I'm adding this in, it either makes the grass green, or it whomever it hits, not a good thing. Its intended victim. Yeah, I wouldn't want shit in my face, but I'd want it on my grass. Follow me here? See what I'm saying? So, okay. That's a long red light. So, all this being said, getting back to Ronny Jackson, Trump getting him nominated. He allowed the he allowed the Democrats to throw themselves under the bus. He allowed the Obama administration to speak for itself, because nobody in the administration will speak for it. Therefore, it'll speak for itself, because the truth always comes out. The shit always rolls downhill. Oh, and I forgot to add, it goes both ways. That whole notion of shit rolling downhill, as I stated, it either makes the grass greener or it hits its intended victim in the face. Yes. So if our leader's corrupt, there's going to be others underneath him in the business community as well, who are going to think they're going to be able to do things and get away with it. So I believe that happened during Obama's administration, because Obama was corrupt. He was hiding a lot of things. He had the media in his pocket. He was able to do and get away with a lot. But that eventually catches up with you. Remember, we reap what we sow. So now Trump's in office and everything's being exposed. But it's not necessarily that Trump is just, boom, here it is. No, he's allowing the stuff to be exposed on its own. He's allowing people to throw themselves under the bus. So, going back, I've got 45 seconds. Going back to it, Ronny Jackson was not Trump's number one guy. He liked the guy, but he knew he wasn't going to get in, because he knew that all this stuff had gone on. He basically just more or less allowed it to play itself out. He's patient. That's quality of Trump. He's very patient. So, all that being said, be on the lookout as the news unfolds about this, and see what the mainstream media does to try to spin it. Because, again, Ronny Jackson was not Trump's guy. Wasn't his guy to begin with. All right. I am the friendly neighborhood expert, and I'm checking out for the day.